blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome into my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family. Keep believing, keep working on yourself, allowing yourself to detach from the old life so you can go ahead and, leave space for whatever is coming into your life that's new and very positive. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste. Already like and subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Also, if you are comfortable enough, please drop me a line or two. I love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if even if it's about the positive feedback that you're replying to, or you're just allowing yourself to tell me about your empathic gift and how it impacted your life and heading you towards a positive direction. If you feel like the videos are very motivating to you, or inspiring you, uplift you, or just informative, that you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath that are going through trying times and need spiritual guidance, or just need confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, um, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give your girl a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. Thank you once again for the love and support. It's so greatly appreciated. And I hope that you're able to resonate with the content of my videos. I got to get comfortable. I'm listening to the meditation I'm listening to in the background. It's called Let Go of Negative Attachments, Detach from Anxiety, Stress, Overthinking, and Depression. And I will post that link in the description box below. This thing, I don't know what it is, but it has, the vibes that they're giving in this video is so relaxing. I'm trying to do like two more videos after this, but I'm hoping I have the energy for it after this. But the video that I'm doing, it's called Twin Flame 101 Heyokas, the ones who have imprinted with their light while they're embracing with their darkness. It's like a lot of times there's people coming towards you. A lot of times when we don't even know we're empaths, and you always wonder why people comes to you telling you about their troubles, their issues, their life is going on. And when they'll keep on saying, I usually don't up and talk about this. A lot of times you're giving off that energy where somebody truly needs to have that kind word in their life. It might be annoying at times, but then to me, I don't really feel like it's annoying unless it's like I'm going through some changes, and I try not to be rude because I don't want that kind of vibe is opening up and giving somebody, because we're so, we're those type of people that we gravitate towards things, and we can push somebody, push your vibes off to somebody else. And I would never want to do that towards anybody. And and it's just, the fact is, we have a lot of things that go on in our lives that we really don't, we're not vocal about. And it's just like, there's a lot of things that I tell y'all, but there's a lot of things that I just had to let go and not even talk about. I didn't want to give those situations power. I didn't want to give it energy. There's a lot of times we have dark things that's going on in our lives that we're still struggling to heal from, allowing ourselves to, detach from those situations. But if you see anybody that can resonate with the things that you've gone through, I notice a lot of us that you know, um, see, bad things happen to people when we try to intervene. It was like crazy for me last night. I had to go to the store and get a few things, for my house as well as my fur babies. And, the store I usually go to, they're used to seeing me every other day. And one of the managers, the general managers, came up and they were like, Roslynn, did you see these people that came in? I'm like, I'm in my own world. I'm not paying attention to nobody else. I'm just trying to get my stuff and go. And I was like, what are you talking about? It's like, well, there was this guy and this woman came in. And it's just, with me having past experience for the things I've done or the people I've been around that used to boost stuff, you know, um, she was just like, did you see them come in? And I was just like, no. She was like, well, just let me know if you see something. I'm like, oh, okay. And then my daughter was already, getting ready to pay for her stuff and head out the door. And I was coming up, and I knew the girl that was working at the front desk or whatever, because I was coming up, and then I just so happened something told me to turn around. And even when I was in the aisle, I knew this guy gave off a weird vibe. I didn't know what it was, but it just like, ugh. I just walked past and I'm like, oh, let me move. It's like somebody you just have to really walk fast from, because they were, the vibes were all off. And next thing you know, I turned around and I seen this woman putting something in her purse. And I told the girl behind, behind the counter, I'm like, Denise, call Memory, call her. And then she was like, Roslynn already heard it. And I was like, oh, damn. And then next thing you know, they almost started fighting. And this woman is really a lot bigger than Memory is. And I mean, if you see her out on the street, you think she's in high school, even though she's in her early 20s. She looks like a baby. And I was just like, if this lady look older than me. And I'm just like, she's like a little bit taller than her, but she's, Amazon type big, and I'm just looking at her like, if you hit this child in front of me, I swear I'm about to lay your ass out. And then, Memory jumped in her face and she was like going off. And I'm just like, you know, uh-uh, no, this ain't gonna happen today. And I told Memory, let her throw the first punch. So if something pop off, you allow her to get that first hit. But then she got all the stuff back, well, stuff that she was willing to let go, and the rest of that she rolled out the store. I said, well, y'all got security cameras in here, y'all can pull it up or whatever. But it was just like different things was going on with that. I was allowing my vibes to let me know something wasn't right, because I told my daughter, I said, look, I think some stuff about to pop off, and I don't need you being in here. Take your stuff and go to the car, and I'll be there in a minute, because we were parked right in front of the store. So I was glad, nothing popped off, because I didn't want my daughter to witness me doing something I could have really got in trouble for, but I didn't want her being a crossfire. I didn't know these people had pistols on them or not. So I didn't want my daughter around that. But all these different things, they were like, Rosalind, we're so glad you were here, when these things popped off. And, I was just trying to de-escalate the situation. And it was like, my nerves were shot, because I almost see myself going back to my old ways. I said, I don't like injustice type people. And when, there's some people that they feel like they're overpowering somebody, they'll take that to an advantage. And I said, just to being a person I am, I said, oh, I would have made sure she was okay, you know. But all these different things that's been going on lately, allowing me to see where I need to distance myself from, allowing myself to see when I feel somebody that is around me, to give them those encouraging words. There's a lot of times, like if I see, if I'm, find a meditation link, anybody who's connected with me on Facebook Messenger, that I talk to, I try to send them stuff. And they're like, Rosalind, I don't know why, when I desperately needed this at that time. I said, we're all going through different changes. We all need that confirmation to say, am I going on the right path? Am I putting myself in places that can send me to bigger and better? What do I need to work on? What do I need to put more emphasis in? What do I need to put less emphasis in? And all these things are coming to you for your greater good, allowing yourself to know these too shall pass. Allow yourself to work with yourself. We can be our own worst critics at times. We can be very judgmental towards others as well as ourselves, and it's just like, it's a day by day. I always admit I'm a work in progress. Not every day for me is going to be a positive day. I'm not going to sit up here and tell you there's not days I sit here and be madder than all hell, be 38 hot. You don't want to even talk to nobody. There's times that I have so many hellish things going on in my life, but there's sometimes I'll be going through something and somebody, God will allow me to, like, look, we don't need you to focus on this right now. We're going to send somebody your way that needs your guidance right now, or needs those kind words, and there's a lot of times I push my private issues aside to be able to help people, because I know what it feels like to not have somebody to vent to. Keeping a lot of things towards myself, because I've been burnt by so many people trying to block me just because of the energy that I carry, the strength that I carry, but there's also been people in my life that benefits off of the things that I open up to them about. A lot of us go through things and we feel like, our life is a living hell until somebody open up and tell you the experiences they're going through. There's people that I know that, I met, and they thought I was going to be judgmental because of the addictions they have. And I said, you know what? If you're an empath and has not been addicted to anything, and it doesn't have to be a drug, it could be you drinking, self-mutilation, negative patterns on how you judge yourself, how you talk bad about others. Empaths carry around a heavy burden at times. And I'm giving you many props if you have never had an addiction, or you have never, there's some people that even have eating disorders, just because of all the things that they experienced throughout their childhood as well as adolescence, and so forth and so forth. We all pick up really bad habits to compensate. or what do they call it? I forgot the word I wanted to use. Um, as a coping mechanism, that's all I wanted to say, as in dealing with trauma. I've worked with people in psychiatric facilities, and I've also admitted myself a few times in a psychiatric facility. I won't lie about that. There's a lot of things that I went through that I didn't understand. I knew I was special in certain kind of ways, but I never knew what it was. I just felt like I was doomed from the womb. I just had this juju about me. My mom used to call me a janky ass. It's like, you ain't nothing but a janky ass. But there's times that I've also sent blessings too. She's like, get your janky ass away from me. I can't deal with that. And I used to laugh at it. I really thought myself was like that because I didn't feel love at times. Like me and my mom, we had really, not a good relationship until towards the end. So a lot of things that, I grew up doing and the way myself of thinking, is spewed out on my kids. My oldest daughter caught it the worst. That's why I try to, maintain that open line of communication to help her because my oldest daughter, well, all my children went through a lot, but my oldest one experienced a lot. And I work hard with her about that. And it's just a lot of times our darkness gives us that power. Our darkness gives us our strength. I embrace my light side as well as my dark side. People used to always think I was weird. Like even when I used to dance back in the day, they never seen a black chick that loved to dance to rock music. Like I love Korn, I love Slipknot, Marilyn Manson, Creed, Disturbed, Deftones, Korn, all these different people as well as Fred Durst. I used to dance to all these different things. And they were like, damn, and then it started making sense when I finally found out who my dad was. I was like, oh, okay, so it runs in the family or whatever. But I embraced that. Some people said they were scared of me either because of my eyes or how I used to, I stuck out when I had purple hair, and it wasn't looking ghetto or anything. It just looked very different. I was always that one that stood out a lot like that. It was not about me getting attention, but that's what I like. But I didn't realize that got me a lot of attention, and I was like, sometimes I didn't even want that to happen. But it allowed me to be able to part ways and allow myself to know I wasn't meant to fit. I was that person that had to stand out. um Being able to do what I need to do and to be able to maintain, allow myself to be able to imprint myself in so many lives. I always tell y'all, I'm humble. I'm very humble regardless of what my situation is. I feel like my situation has made me humble. I've been arrogant in certain ways, and I had to really, like my mama said, I had to stop smelling myself. I had to really, understand that, there ain't nothing important about you like that. You're important to yourself, but you're just like everybody else. Never feel like you're better than anybody. I never have. But there's times that I got, arrogant, and I had to really, knock myself back down to earth. Like, no, you're not about to do that. They'll give you 10 paces back just because you didn't humble yourself to do that. But I can allow myself to say, even though I went through tragic situations, I benefited a lot of those things. Being able to know my tragedy, I can be able to relate to a lot of people that are going through things. And, so many of y'all drop me, messages, allow me to say, thank you. I found my family. It lets me know that I'm not alone. The videos that I make is confirmation for them when they're going through their time of trouble. Yeah, there's a lot of things that we cry behind closed doors that a lot of people don't know about. There's a lot of times when we go through things and feel like, is our blessings going to ever come? And you do. There's days I cry because I'm just like tired of living my life like this. I've separated myself from a lot of people, missing the people that I had in my life that I had to just part ways with because they weren't serving me in that higher purpose. They weren't serving me in a positive purpose. People that, were in my life that I treated like brothers and sisters envy me just because of who my family is. I'm like, dude, I didn't ask to be in this family. I was here, but I shouldn't be treated any differently. But, when it comes to people and their insecurities, that'll pop up any day. And I had to be able to separate myself. That was hard. It's been very lonely. But being able to be open about my life, being open about my experiences, where I can be able to help other people, look at their life in a different stage, we're warriors. We have the power. We have emotions change at a drop of a hat. We shock people with the experiences we can say we have endured, or just the things that we say out loud what other people are thinking. They just aren't bold enough to do it. I've done it my whole life. Sometimes I'm like, damn, I wish I would have said that, but like, Roslynn, you did. That's why we laughed and walked off, because we couldn't believe you did that. So all these different things just came in my life to where, even though there's so many dark things that came to me, I can be able to say I'm blessed, because I always used to wonder why I was a motor mouth. And I was just like, my dad was so, quiet and private and all that stuff. And I'm so opposite of what my dad is. We got a lot in common, but yet there's things that we're opposite about as well. Um, and it's just a blessing. I always wonder, where did I get my attitude from? Who do I look like? Who do I act like? And then when I can see things that my dad used to do, especially in his purple rain days, I said, now I see where the boldness comes from, and the arrogance at times. Because people are like, do you like me? And I'll be like, no, I don't. But I'm tolerating you for this minute, until I can go on about my business. Yeah, so yeah. hmm I've been like that, and I'm just like, damn, Rosalind, you didn't have to be. But I'm just like, I don't want to lie. I keep it real. Real recognize real when fake walk the hell in the room. I just don't have time. Now I'm just like, I try to watch, be mindful of what I put out there. Now, if you press those buttons, then I have to unleash that beast with my words. I try not to lay hands on nobody. It was like last night. That's why, I was like, ooh, Rosalind, don't do that. Don't do that. Ooh, you almost made the whole world turn. But I'm glad I didn't do that. But I was just glad I could be there at that time when everything happened for a reason. And it was just like, I still think about it and laugh, because when she, when the manager came up to me and she's like, Rosalind, I'm like, girl, don't tell me this damn store getting robbed. I promise you I'll run out the back door. And she was like, no, people are shoplifting, but we're in. So I'm just like, God, oh my God, why I gotta be here for this? Especially with my daughter being with me, because I just don't like being violent, especially in front of my kids, because it scares the hell out of them when I get that way. But everything happens for a reason. Allow yourself to let your light shine. You have a beautiful light that radiates from you, even though we feel like we're tarnished, we feel like we're damaged goods. You have a kind heart. There's people out there that truly need your words of wisdom that you can give out, because because people attract to you, because the fact is the road that you have been on. Universe sends people your way all the time, just like he's sending people my way. That they, there's a lot of people saying they love, like, when I send out daily quotes, inspiration, because you do need that friendly reminder when you're on the go, especially when you're waking up and you're in situations that you truly want to part ways with. You're trying to keep yourself at that positive frame of mind when all negative surrounds you. I know that's hard, but like I said, it's so easy to be angry. It's so easy to be negative. It's so easy to have hatred in your heart towards people, as well as in your situation. It's easy to speak negative upon other people and your situation. But where the strength comes in is when you're still trying to maintain that positive frame of mind, that positive vibration, when hell is all breaking loose in front of you. When you're allowed, even though your situation might be having you down, breaking at the bottom of the scraping at the bottom of the barrel, when you're allowing yourself to rise above all that, and allow yourself to know this too shall pass. Allowing yourself to, even though things are hard at that time, it's not going to always be that way. That's when your strength kicks in. Allow that to go. Allow that to motivate you to get bigger and better. We're all going through trying times, but no, better days are coming this way. Y'all shedding faucets. You're veils and layers of you is coming off by the day. Hell, even by the second. If you were able to move mountains like that, it is. But allow, while you're bracing your light, allow your, bracing your light towards other people. Embrace all aspects of you. Love every part of you. If there's things that are out of whack and unbalanced, it align yourself while you're rising. So I hope you were able to resonate with the content of this video. I hope you have a blessed, safe weekend. Be responsible at everything you do. Make sure you send love and light and prosperity, as well as positive vibes towards other people. You never know, your kind words and your vibes can really help somebody a long way. I would love to give a post notification out to Robert Cole. Much love to you, as well as Treasured Seasons. Mimi B, much love to you, sis. Um, as well as Truly Blessed, much love to you as well. And, drop a line, let me know if you resonate. Um, Give me a thumbs up, share, like, and subscribe, hit that bell. And I will see you on my next video. I'm going to try my hardest to make another 2 videos. I asked the universe to give me the energy and especially the words of wisdom they want me to use. But I'm starting to get drained. So I'm probably try to make another video. If not, this will be my last one. And most likely, if anything changes, I will be there. I will be doing videos tomorrow. And I'm starting to get vibrations around my forehead. And ooh. So I will see y'all on the next video. If not, I will see you tomorrow. Much love to you. Peace. Be well.